Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I figured, well, if I'm gonna rewatch and review all the X-Men movies, I might as well also do the Wolverine. This is a film that came out in the year 2013, and it was directed by James Mangold, the same director who would eventually give us Logan. And the plot is, this is the first X-Men movie to take place after The Last Stand. Wow! You see Wolverine, Logan, who has been living out in the woods, almost like an animal. He has long hair, a beard, he's having to kill a bear. Like, he's doing all of this crazy stuff that is sad and depressing, but still fascinating to watch. Until he gets recruited by Yukio, who brings him to Japan and meets with this rich guy who is dying from a disease, and he almost begs Wolverine to, hey, you seem like you want to die yourself. You're like not really taking care of yourself. You're sort of just waiting to die, longing to die. I am willing to give you something. Because you saved me all these years ago, I'm willing to give you mortality. I'm willing to let you live on the rest of your lives like a normal person and die like you could, and let me have your healing abilities, your powers. And Wolverine is close to doing it until he realizes that this isn't the guy he wants to be working with, that there are bigger and bad things going on here. This is almost an amazing movie. It's almost there. Because when you start out and you see Logan, Hugh Jackman, first of all, as Wolverine, the pain that he's going through at the beginning, almost the self-inflicted pain that he's putting on himself, and it makes you sit there and go, wow, I thought being Wolverine would be awesome. But no, this makes it look tragic. This makes it look like you have had to damn near outlive all of your loved ones, all of your friends. You don't know what the standing is with the X-Men, the other X-Men. The Yukio, the actress who plays Yukio, I like her a lot. I've seen her like on Arrow. She's very good. I wish she got a little bit more to do. Wolverine, seeing him go to Japan. This is an arc. This is a story that was done in the comic books, and it was a standalone story that didn't have anything to do with anything. And the fact that somebody had the idea of like, hey, let's just make a movie with that setting was great. It was perfect. Why not go to the source material? Why not put a character in an environment, in a country that you normally don't see in a big budget superhero film, an X-Men movie like this? It was a great idea. I love seeing the environment. I love the way the city was shot. The actress who plays Mariko, I want to mention her really quick because like she's not bad, but they play her up to be sort of a love interest. I didn't buy the connection, especially when you have Wolverine dealing with Jean Grey. He's still like severely dealing with the death of Jean Grey. It almost shocks me still to this day to rewatch this and to see the flashes of them showing The Last Stand when he killed Phoenix. It makes The Last Stand almost seem more important than it really is. Or at least makes that movie feel like it could have been better or should have been better than what it really is. Constantly seeing her, it's almost like you don't know if this is the ghost of Jean Grey. Like, that's how intense these flashes are, these dreams are. It was great to see Famke Janssen back. You definitely didn't expect to get her in this movie as much as you did. It does beg the question, though. It's like, did Wolverine really think that those two were as in love as at least these dreams make it seem like? Because once again, I've talked about this before, she was married! She was with Cyclops, poor Scott. I don't know, maybe this is just in Wolverine's head. Maybe this is just how, especially if it's years upon years later, he has turned this into his own illusion of what could have been. There is one character in this movie that I think is a complete waste of time. It's a character called Viper. She's played by Svetlana Kodetchinkova. I know that's a complete butchering of her name, but she's Russian, and if you Google her name, you will see just how long and how many syllables are in there. There's no way I'm going to be able to get that out right. But the actress, I've never seen her in anything else, so I don't want to say she sucks, but I didn't find a need for her character. I honestly think that Look, she's here to poison Logan, to take away his healing powers, to make him vulnerable. And in theory, that's amazing. That's great. In fact, I love to see Wolverine at a weak point, because he does seem more vulnerable. It is more believable that something could happen to him. You do feel for him whenever he's getting shot at or whenever he's actually being attacked. So that's all great, but I think they could have found a better way to do it. Let's be honest, with this whole facility and this rich guy, all the resources that he could have done, you could have had just some random person figure out some weird poisonous thing and slip it to his drink or something. You didn't have to have this mutant with this long poisonous tongue acting like a snake. Later on in the movie, she sheds her skin and takes her hair off and looks fucking weird. I don't get it.
What the fuck was that?
Huge missed opportunity. Huge missed opportunity. Because I remember when I first saw this movie was coming out, I was excited to see Wolverine fight some ninjas. And there are moments where it's about to happen. He's being chased by a bunch of ninjas on rooftops, and he's in the snow, and he's about to fight them, but then he just gets captured, and then that's it. You really could have had some awesome fight sequences. I think I read that there was some shot, but the studio, of course, Fox, they'd strike again, where they deleted scenes of him fighting ninjas. That's really what I came to see, especially seeing him fight a well-trained, well-established samurai, Silver Samurai from the comic books, the big villain of the comic book story. And there's a dream sequence of him fighting somebody that looks like the actual Silver Samurai. But then, when you get to the end of the movie, they turn Silver Samurai into a robot.
What the fuck is that?
A Transformers-looking robot that looks awful. Where did this come from? The movie had a groundedness to it for the most part, and it shits the bed. It goes off the rails. Some producer should have gotten fired for coming in here and saying, oh, this is what this movie should do, or should be, or should have at the end. It doesn't work. James Mangold, I know, was going for something different. I know was going for a different tone. The beginning of the movie definitely starts out that way, and then we know what he eventually wanted with something like Logan. So it's disappointing in some ways. I do think there's lots of great moments in the film. The train sequence especially is amazing to watch. The beginning scene of him saving the Japanese guy and that nuclear bomb. Some of the actors, like when you think about who could have been the Silver Samurai, look at the great Asian actors that they had here, like Hiroyuki Sanada, Will Young Lee, or Brian T. Like all these actors that I've seen in so many different things, I'm like, any one of them could have been the Silver Samurai, could have worn the costume. You could have still had Logan be depowered and had a great fight at the end between them where he barely beats the samurai but proves himself to the culture. I don't know, but it definitely would have been a hell of a lot better than what they did. So this film, it's good. It has amazing parts to it. It could have overall been an amazing film. Probably one of the other best parts is the after credit scene where you see Wolverine at the airport dealing with Xavier and Magneto, Xavier freezing everyone there, and the setup to Days of Future Past. That was awesome. I remember having chills seeing that in the theater. So I want to be more positive about the movie. I do, because there's lots of great things about it. It was on the right track. It's another example of Fox holding someone back and stopping somebody from making a perfect Wolverine film. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Wolverine? Do you agree that it's good, but it could have been so much better? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!